Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kalikaiz. Today I'm going to be playing Blue-White Familiars. This is a deck that a lot of people know me for. I really enjoy it. And this version of the deck takes the last video a step further. Last time we were playing Abandoned Attachments plus 4 of Deep Analysis with no Lorien Revealed. Here I'm going to be playing 4 of the Modern Age instead of the Abandoned Attachments. Modern Age is a cantrip as well as kind of similar to the Abandoned Attachments. Abandoned Attachments asks you to rummage. This one asks you to loot, which I think can be better. And it provides a 2/3 flyer, which is our win condition. It's great against control decks. This deck still has the 4 Ponder, 4 Preordains cantrip suite. The mana base, I'm playing 1 Floodplain still. I actually think that this is not bad. I think playing this dual island is better than playing a 3rd fetch, better than playing a 4th Chancery, and it pitches to the foil, so that's why I'm liking it here. The sideboard, we have 4 Hydros for burn, 2 negates, 2 prohibits as counterspells, situational counterspells. We have 4 Dust to Dust because I really want to stick it to Affinity every single time. 1 Revoke Resistance because also sticking it to Affinity, but it can come in versus like Pestilence or Vogels or something. And we have 2 Last Breaths because Walls and Elves are pretty prevalent in the metagame. I'm excited to try it out. Let's see how we do. Maybe we can run it back for another 5-0. I won't count my chickens. Let's just have some fun. I'll see you in the matches.
Thanks for watching. Did you know you could get sideboard guides on patreon.com/Kalikaiz? And did I mention you can get early access to videos on the YouTube page in the membership section? And if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe.
Round 1, we're on the draw. We have a no lander. That's a problem with our 18 land deck. We have a pretty solid hand here. I think the Flicker is probably the worst card, so let's keep and put back. Well, I mean, the foil is not very good either, but we could find a spot to Drifter Ephemerate plus foil protection, so I'll put back the Flicker. We're looking to ponder on turn 1 for lands. Our opponent's on, hopefully not pond. Well, red-green, right? It's not good either way. Could be Elves, I suppose. We're going to ponder. I need to shuffle this. We found no lands there, unfortunately. So now I could foil pitching the Deep Analysis, but that doesn't really get me anywhere. They cycle a Generous Ent. So I'm thinking that it's Elves. They tap and untap. Plays a Masked Vandal for no value. Because it's an Elf, I suppose. Find a Chancery. Okay. So I can pick up the land now. If I foil, I would probably pitch the Deep Analysis because I need to recoup the value. They're making 3 mana. They have nothing going on, so if they cast a draw spell, I probably foil. Cycles another Generous Ent. Floating. Okay, now they still have 3 mana. I'll just counterspell the Timberwatch. Pitch in a Deep Analysis. Of course, I need to draw another land for the Drifter Ephemerate, but I do have the Deep Analysis, so we'll be drawing a card, then drawing another 2 cards. Let's get in the Faithful on the table. Let's go Godpharaoh's Faithful, and then Deep Analysis. We had to counterspell the Timberwatch there, I think. Didn't really have any other option. They cast to Lead the Stampede. So, I mean, I could have waited to counterspell to Lead the Stampede. They find a bunch of mana. Jaspera, Generous Ent, Priest of Titania. Plays a Gingerbread Cabin. They have 2 mana, so they play a Priest. And we have blocks. We find a Snap. So I can bounce the Priest and then Drifter Ephemerate. Or I can just Drifter Ephemerate, try to find a Familiar and go crazy the next turn. I think that's my plan. I will evoke the Muldrifter. I could also have snapped and then kept the island in hand, so I could potentially have like more options. We found another Chancery, Murmuring Mystic. I'll pass a turn. So if I find a Familiar, this hand does go pretty crazy, I think. Maybe not. They play another Arbor Elf out. Jaspera Sentinel. We're gonna see. I'm hoping to not get hit by a Nyxborn here, but we'll find out. They play Generous Ent, so they probably don't have Nyxborn in hand. They have 2 cards left, and they're doing nothing. We Ephemerate the Muldrifter. Draw 2 for turn, or draw 1 for turn. A Mystic. So we can go ahead and, like, play Mystic, Chancery, pick this up, discard. Then I have a foil. They don't really have any options. If I play the Chancery, I have 4 mana. I'll untap, I'll have 6 mana. Oh, I have double snap. I didn't realize I had double snap there. Okay, so that makes it better. We will snap the Priest. No. I have to play the Chancery first. Ooh, that was a close one. I'll snap the Priest of Titania. Gain some life. Untap. play a Murmuring Mystic. And then I'll go ahead and snap the Priest of Titania. And then I guess I can just play another Murmuring Mystic. And then all I care about, what do I care about now from there? We have foil pitching the island, or the Deep Analysis. So we'll have more birds. I'll just play another Murmuring Mystic. We'll take over. So a card draw spell or Nyxborn is probably what I want to counter. They can't really Nyxborn for a bunch of value here right now. Plays a Priest. I think I'm just going to let the Priest resolve. They didn't do anything with the mana on the previous turn. We're going to tap and untap. Tap again. They have 4 mana. Is this going to be Avenging Hunter? Sagu Wildling? I don't care. It's nice to not care. Gets in. Birdie block. We have another Faithful. I don't know if that's necessary. So I'll start with a Deep Analysis. Make 2 birds. Another Faithful. I'll play the island. I'm at 7 cards in hand. By Deep Analysis right now, I have to discard. But discarding the Faithfuls is probably fine because I don't really need them at all. We'll just keep moving. Draw more cards. The Faithfuls basically don't do anything in the matchup. Will not attack. We'll discard Plains and a Faithful. So what I'm saying is, like, with Nyxborn Hydra, they generally don't get, they get way out of range of us. Play the Priest and the Jaspera. So I think all their revealed cards are gone. We find a Modern Age. I'll play a Familiar. Play Modern Age. Draw. I will discard the Faithful. Play a land. And jam a Muldrifter. Still holding on to the foil. We find a Flicker. So we're close to the point of just making infinite birds. You're going to Mass Vandal. I don't care. That's fine. That doesn't really matter at all to me. They gain some life. Gain some more life. 29. Luckily, life total also does not matter to me. What should I do? I will start with a Ponder. See if I can find a Familiar. Or Archaeomancer. There's a Familiar. So we'll play out the Familiar. Then evoke a Muldrifter. Gaining some life. We draw the 2 islands we knew about. We'll flicker Muldrifter for another 4 cards. Feels a little broken. Opponent concedes because it's too strong. Okay. I guess they just needed to hit a little bit better on their Lead the Stampedes. We definitely bring in the Last Breaths and the Negates, and we are cutting the Faithfuls. They don't actually help us to not die. I don't know if putting Prohibit on in the deck is going to help. So we're going to submit it like this. Foil is mostly for like their big whammies, and Negate is mostly for their draw spells and the Nyxborn Hydra. This hand does not have another land, so we have to mulligan. If either of these were a Ponder or a preordain, we would keep. I'm keeping this one. We'll get rid of one of the Muldrifters. This hand is quite slow because we're going tap land, tap land, tap land, but we'll find out. Opponent leads off on Forest Go. I'll play Mortuary Mire. I kept the preordain just to have something to do on the next turn, or on turn 3. They're just going to pass. I love that. Chancery, pick up the Mortuary Mire. If I get an untapped land, then I can snap their creature into a Drifter. A Winding Way. Finding Priest, Avenging Hunter, Timberwatch. They play it out of Forest. I can Modern Age discard the preordain, or I can just preordain. We're probably going to snap into Drifter Ephemerate. Let's just preordain, trying to set up into Familiars or Islands. I find some Islands. I think I just keep both. Play the island. Since I have all the islands, I can now Modern Age and discard this Plains. That was pretty good. Okay, your turn. So I assume they play the Timberwatch. They play the Priest. And Rimewood Falls. This is a deck that's splashing for Hydroblast. We will discard the Plains, and then I'm going to snap the Priest. Hopefully they don't have a Vines of Vastwood. They did not. Now I have 4 mana for Drifter Ephemerate, and I can play out my Floodplain as a tap land without giving up the ability to Drifter Ephemerate. Bam. The next turn I have Muldrifter plus, Murmuring Mystic plus Ponder or something like that. Make a bird, so that way they can't get me with the Avenging Hunter. Maybe they just put the Avenging Hunter on the table this turn, since I can't attack into it. They fetched a forest on my end step. Are they going to... They Monstrous Emergence to kill my creature. That was nice for them. I didn't think about that being the case. That's bad. Pretty bad. Okay. So I lose my Ephemerate. No bueno. We find a Last Breath. So I'm going to go Mystic and Ponder, make a bird. That way I can get through for the initiative. Another Last Breath. Put the Chancery on the bottom. Take the other Last Breath. So they probably play Priest Avenging Hunter. Plus Timberwatch. I forgot that Elves could play removal. The Monstrous Emergence really got me there. That's where, and they have another Monstrous Emergence. Revealing the Avenging Hunter for the second time. Solid. Well, I'll just kill this. And then I will kill that one. And then I will go land, Modern Age. We'll discard, I guess it's going to be the Deep Analysis. That way I can flash it back. Attack in for 3. I'm trying to make it so that them playing the Avenging Hunter is bad for them. Plays the Lead the Stampede. I could actually go Mortuary Mire back the Mystic and then draw into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 mana in play. They play the Priest. They have a Nyxborn Hydra off of their Lead the Stampede and an Arbor Elf. That is bad. Okay, we're going to loot. Now I suppose I'm discarding the Ponder. Or the Ponder. I think I need the Mole Drifter more than the Mystic here. This gives me cards. So I'll play out Familiar. Mortuary Mire. Grab the Mole Drifter. Draw 2 cards. Then I'll snap the Priest of Titanium, make sure they can't get me badly with the Nyxborn this turn. And then jam a Mole Drifter. Then we'll just Ponder. If I find a foil, I can counterspell. Yes. Very, very good. We'll take the foil on top. No shuffle. And attack in. That was a really, really good Ponder. Opponent goes to 22. Plays Priest again. Okay. Timberwatch Elf. That's interesting. I guess I can snap that. I'm going to let that go. That is a problem, though. Okay, so we know we have a snap on top. Let's preordain. We see the snap, see something else. A negate. Negate is very good. I can negate the Nyxborn Hydra. So I will top, and I can foil the Avenging Hunter. Start by attacking. Now the question is, do I want to try and get a bunch of cards right now? I guess I can, yeah, let's do that. I'll play out the Chancery, picking up the Mortuary Mire. I'll evoke the Mole Drifter. We'll draw 2 cards. We snap the Mole Drifter. Untap. Can't play foil and negate. I will slam the Mole Drifter. Could also play the Deep Analysis, and then I would have foil and negate. And now, we did lose the Ephemerate. Okay. I can foil pitching the Deep Analysis, or foil pitching the Chancery. Foil pitching Chancery is probably better. Another Timberwatch Elf. Alright, I'm going to counter that. Discard the Chancery. I don't know if they have 2 Avenging Hunters or 1. They play a Generous Ent for a blocker. Make a food. Gets in for 1. No blocks. They pump it up. Okay, my turn. I find Ghostly Flicker, so I probably can win here. Play Mortuary Mire on the Mystic. Play Archaeomancer. Getting the snap. What's going on? Opponent concedes. We'll see in round 2. Match 2, we are on the draw again. I don't know what my opponent's going to be up to. I have double cantrip for turn 1. Uh-oh. They gave me the good luck, have fun. Oh, wait, is this the person? This is the person that had the triple trophy with their deck. I think I keep these, and then I'm a little scared. They triple trophied with White Heroic on a previous day, and then I recorded a video which just came out recently. I'm very nervous they're going to destroy me here. They go Ethereal Armor. What's my best? I think I Ponder. Okay, this seems fine. No shuffle. We can discard. I think I have to play the Chancery. Then I'll discard the Floodplain. And then this turn we go Faithful Modern Age. I might just die to this Laguna Band. They give it Spirit Link. It's going to be a 4 power creature. I go to 14. Land. Faithful. So the power in this piloting their deck is really just holding up the interaction. We'll discard another land to the Modern Age after playing it. They Sentinel's Eyes their creature. This is 7 damage. I think I have to take it. We are going to loot again. Finding a Familiar. So I will discard the land, play a Familiar. We'll preordain. They can't really give their creature protection from white because then their enchantments will fall off. I think I'm going to bottom and bottom. Another Familiar. Let's preordain again. So I think I top and top. Next turn I can try for a Murmuring Mystic plus a snap, or just play Murmuring Mystic and hold and then see if they will use a protection spell. If they give their creature protection from blue, okay, it's getting in for 7. I'm nervous. I'm gonna take it. Yay, we're not dead. Hooray! Okay, now I have a Modern Age and a Murmuring Mystic. I should be able to navigate through what they're doing, but I'm not positive. We'll be making birds and then trying to look for an opening to snap their creature. Like if they just play out the Benevolent Blessing, it gets snapped right away. They might be forced to do that though. They're getting in for 7. I'll block with my Vector Glider. Opponent's going to 45. We have an Archaeomancer. Let's try a Deep Analysis, which will make a bird that they are going to have to get protection from if they want to get going. I find a foil. Okay, so if I can get a land, an island, I can snap plus counterspell. They're going to give it protection from blue. Okay. So on this next turn, when they go protection from blue, I try to snap it. Then they have to give it protection from blue again. So that way they can't go snap. They can't give it protection from white. Protection from blue. I guess I'm dead. If I had an island, I could have lived. Alright, GG. Okay. Normally a good matchup. Did not work out very well there. The negates coming in. Prohibits coming in. We are going to cut the Murmuring Mystic. Take the foils. Bring back in a Mystic. Okay, we're on the play. I will keep. I have a tap land, and then I can hold a Prohibit for a creature. If they play a creature on turn 1, I can just bounce it and then counterspell. I will snap your Laguna Band. Plays a Skyguard, I'll counterspell. Then I get to play a Familiar, Chancery, pick up the island. I have no, man, unfortunately I have no card draw here. They have removal spell, they have Ethereal Armor. They didn't know that I was just about to slam Archaeomancer into a snap. Bad news. Bad news. I have not cantripped at all, and I just had the nuts. We know they have another Laguna Band in hand, or the first Laguna Band, and then they have to... Oh, Fairy Macabre, wrecked. They are crushing me here. Is that still a one of? I have to find something to do. I'm gonna die. Laguna Band, one unknown. Homestead Courage, they have a 7/7, so it's a 3-turn clock. Come on, anything. Yay. I'll invoke a Mulldrifter. Draw 2 cards. It will flicker. Wait, cancel. We know they have Laguna Band +1 thing, so I get to snap their creature and have the Prohibit. That was just an insane draw as well. Counterspell. What an insane game. Both of us drawing absolutely absurdly. Untap. And I will flicker. And that was crazy. I don't think... Like... Wow. Okay. So I'm on the draw. Murmuring Mystic going to come out. Bring in 2 foils over 2 Deep Analysis. Or Deep Analysis plus the Mystic. I have the foil, so we're keeping. Do I just foil your first play? I don't think that's a good idea. Okay. They play a Plains and pass. I have extra islands now. I'll ponder. Let's go preordain on the bottom, Modern Age, and then snap on the top. No shuffle. Opponent plays in a Crow and Skyguard. So now I think I just bounce it, untap, and then put the Modern Age on the table. We can discard the other Modern Age, and then still have foil pitching Deep Analysis. Counterspell. Actually, I'm going to discard the Preordain, because I saw the Fairy Macabre in the previous game. Discard the Deep Analysis. I'm going to cycle for a Plains, play land, draw 2 cards. That was sweet. Sort of just like the back and forth there in the first couple of turns gave us a lot of tempo advantage, because now we're going to be able to play Familiar into having the negate available. What a crazy match. After having seen it from the heroic side, I definitely have a new appreciation for the deck. Our opponent does not have a creature. They pass the turn. I'll play out my Sunscape, play a land, play a Ponder. Ephemerate and a Plains. So I can keep the Modern Age on top, but I'm going to hold it just in case they have some spell that I really need to negate. Interesting. They're playing Guiding Voice as a way to rummage. I think that's fine. I'll allow it. They take the Airbending Lesson. I'm not super worried about that. Play the Modern Age. If they want to airbend my creature, I'll just recast it. It's fine. Discard the Plains. I'll play... I think I'll hold the island as a thing to loot away. Why didn't I attack? That was a mistake. I'm just so used to not having attacks available. Plays a Sky Guard. Okay. Airbending lesson, I believe, is a... We're going to loot. Is an instant. We'll discard island. I'm going to attack. So I have Prohibit and Negate, as well as a foil available. I can hardcast the foil as a counterspell. Sentinel's Eyes comes back because of Escape. It's annoying. I guess that resolves. Get in for 3. I'm looking to draw a Muldrifter. Or I guess a Deep Analysis would also be good. I can block with my Vector Glider and then ephemerate it to get some card draw. They have Benevolent Blessing their Skyguard, so I will counter it with a Prohibit. We draw a Familiar. Alright. Plays the Laguna Band. I think my plan is to block with Vector Glider and then ephemerate. Oh, this thing doesn't have First Strike, so if I double block, it doesn't really work. Okay, they play another Guiding Voice, which just lets them learn again. They can take Sokka's Sword Training, or they can discard. They discard a Benevolent Blessing. They have a 6/6. I will block while I have the opportunity to block. And I'll just hit it with an Ephemerate. Draw, discarding Familiar. Hyena Umbra on the Trailblazer. I think right now that's okay. They have a lot of cards in hand. I have like nothing going on. Ooh. I guess I Ephemerate the Familiar to keep the Vector Glider around. That kind of stinks though. We'll discard a Preordain. Cast a Preordain. Okay, I will take Drifter on top, Chancery on top. If I play the island, I can then hardcast Foil and Negate. If I play the Chancery, I have to use Foil for pitch. So I play the island here. I play Wonderweave Aerialist. Homestead Courage. That sucks. They have a lot of power. Getting in. Block with the Vector Glider. Okay, my turn. Draw the Muldrifter. Play it out. And then find a snap. Okay. So let's go Chancery, pick up Island, target the Skyguard with the snap, and untap, lay out the Faithful. Right, this is making sense. I still have the foil, or the negate, but the foil is not really an option at that point. They can still Sentinel's Eyes onto their Laguna Band. Put it on the Wonderweave Aerialist. Bruh. I don't know if I can afford to take the 7, but I think I have to. The ability, the fact that they can just get all this value from the graveyard is tough. Probably going to jump with the Vector Glider. Benevolent Blessing. Okay, we have the opportunity to negate. So, still chumping, I think. Okay, let's cast a Preordain. Trying to find something good. Another Muldrifter and a Modern Age. Okay, don't think the Modern Age is good. I'll top the Muldrifter. Cast it. And we're looking at pitching the foil. Well, this is interesting. Let's play out the island. Worst case scenario, we flicker the 2 Muldrifters trying to find an island, but we're seeing 4 cards. This seems like a possible block flicker. Could also have kept the island in hand so I could just use the Familiar as the pitch target, but I'm playing to the upside, I suppose. Right now we have 13 life. If I can survive this and draw an Archaeomancer, and they don't have the Fairy Macabre, but if they do have Fairy Macabre, they get rid of Ephemerate and the Flicker, and that would be pretty bad. A Hyena Umbra on the Wonderweave Aerialist. You know they have a 2 mana Crone Skyguard in hand. 3 unknowns. Hopefully they don't have a Mana Tithe, because we are going for the Flicker play. As Flicker, can I draw 4 cards for 2 mana? We can indeed. Nice. And I find the foil, I find an island for the foil. Let's play a Faithful. Play a Ponder. Deep Analysis, negate. So I'm going to go Faithful, cast the Deep Analysis, hold negate. Okay. No shuffle. Land. Play the Familiar. I called it Faithful, but it's really Familiar. We'll draw 2 cards. Now I have 2 counter spells available. I'm at 18. I'm pulling away damage race wise. The Aerialist being a ward vigilance creature is problematic when it's attacking. I'll take it. Did I cut all of my Mystics? Let's see. We have 1. Nope, I cut them all. So I can't afford to. Well, let's play a Muldrifter. Maybe tapping the plains was a mistake. Find a snap. Let's attempt to snap the Wonderweave Aerialist and we'll pay the 2. Trying to get the flyer off the table. I have 3 counter spells I can cast in response right now. They airbend it. I guess I cast negate. Why do I care if they airbend it? You can cast it for 2. Okay, that's fine. It's gone. And now I will attack for 4. They replay it. I'm going to prohibit it. Just making sure they don't have flyers. When it said brutal. Truth. Hyena Umbra on the bodyguard. Okay. They're getting in for 8. Okay. I go to 7. My turn. I'll play a Faithful. We will stay at 7, draw 2 cards. Find an Ephemerate. Let's draw 2 cards. Finding a Snap. So they probably don't have a chance to respond here. I'll play the Chancery, picking up the Plains. And I will go Snap on your flyer. So my main plan is to try to attack for lethal with my Muldrifters. They have an Emerge Unscathed, and I have a counterspell. Then I'm going to cycle. Still have double Archaeomancer. Get my last land out of the deck. Attack for 6. Attempt to draw my Archaeomancer. Draw. There's the Mancer. Play the Archaeomancer. We try to get the Flicker. Try to get the Ephemerate. Okay, they give us the GGs. That was quite a match. I'll see you in round 3. Round 3 on the draw again. Opponent says, good luck, have fun. I'm nervous. Good luck, have fun, opponent. We have turn 2 fam, turn 3 fam. What are they going to do? Burn, burn, burn. I'm burning for you. Finally get into the burn bracket. Play out my floodplain. They play a synthesizer into a mountain. So this is a rally burn deck. Get in for 1. Find a Faithful. So makes sense to go Faithful into preordain while we have the opportunity to do that. We have a Snap again. I'll take the island and the Snap. That way I can go Sunscape Familiar, hold Snap as protection. They play a Tomb Raider. Gets in for 4. I will take it. They would have to Galvanic Blast my Faithful right now. But if I blocked, they could just hit it. They play out a Bushwhacker. I'll play Sunscape Familiar. They're going to play out a Bushwhacker. Okay. So block and block, I take 6. I think that's fine. Block, block. They have a land drop and a burn spell, it's a problem. They bolt the Faithful. Kind of need that guy. Bring it back. Untap. We'll play Faithful. Snap your Tomb Raider. Untap. And then play out a Familiar. And evoke the Muldrifter. Just gaining life, drawing 2 cards. I don't have a land drop right now. I need to get something going. Land Ponder. Find Deep Analysis, Mystic, and Modern Age. So we'll keep this. That's pretty good. No shuffle. So next turn I can play Mystic into Modern Age into Deep Analysis. My opponent plays out the Tomb Raider and another Tomb Raider. They have no cards in hand. So easy blocks. Block, block, block. Play Marine Mystic. I love that this creature is just so good at like stopping my opponent. Modern Age. We will draw, discard Deep Analysis, and then spam a Deep Analysis. If I find a Flicker, that doesn't do too much. Find another Modern Age. Looks like my opponent's scooping. All right, sweet. Mystic is pretty good. We definitely don't want the foils. We want all 4 Hydros. I think that Last Breath is a little bit too expensive. We could cut 1 Deep Analysis or 1 Ephemerate. I think we cut the Ephemerate. Turn 1 Island Hydroblast. This is good because if my opponent has the turn 2 Burning Tree Emissary, we can Hydroblast it. Instead, they go Clockwork on turn 1. It's a bit nerve-wracking. Can't really do anything to this creature. Play Island Pass. We're looking to counterspell their 2-drop. Yep, they're going for a 2-drop. So it looks like it's Burning Tree because they're paying costs, and I'm just going to counter it. Like, that stops a whole chain from them because they could go Burning Tree into the rally. Play Modern Age. Looks like we're discarding Archaeomancer here, unfortunately. We need a white source. They play out a Tomb Raider and a Tomb Raider. That's strong. Getting in for 5. We draw. Discard the Deep Analysis. Play land. Guess I'm passing. I think we're probably going to Hydro and then 2 mana. Bushwhacker. I'll counterspell. Do I want to take 5? I'm going to kill a Tomb Raider. I'll take 3. No lanes. I'm going to Deep Analysis myself. Okay, I found a Chancery. We'll pick up the island. If I don't die this turn, I'm going to try to block the Tomb Raider and take 1 going to 6. They play a Ren's Resolve, so I'm not dead. They find 2 cards. Galvanic Lightning Bolt. They probably bolt my Vector Glider. It is dead. I'll go to 4. Now I can play Podfarer's Faithful. Snap the Tomb Raider. Untap. Play a familiar. Snap the clockwork. Untap. Play a familiar. Draw 3, or draw 2. Another faithful. So I'm a little bit nervous about the galvanic, which means I'm just going to pass. And then next turn play faithful preordain, going to 9 potentially, probably maybe just 7 again. They play clockwork, so now they have 2 artifacts. Galvanic is 1 damage. Plays a rally, and then nothing. They are leaving the Tomb Raider in their hand. They lose out on the galvanic blast. So I will faithful. Deep analysis costs me 2 life. I go to 6. I'll preordain. I think we got it here. Like, we're pretty ahead. And the opponent agrees. We are on to round 4. Okay, round 4. We're on the draw again. Island. Oh, no. So, Island is pretty bad for me most of the time. I'll play a floodplain. I found my Murmuring Mystic. They play Consider. I'm guessing this is a Terror deck. Murmuring Mystic is my best plan versus them. They go Island. I will cycle. I assume they're going to counterspell my cantrip. I don't really have anything that I can do other than cast it. There's no sense in just waiting. I'll trade my cantrip. Okay, they did not. Put the Muldrifter on the top underneath some islands. We'll draw the island. They would definitely counterspell the familiar, and they are Dimir something. Play a land. Play a Modern Age. Counterspell. I'll go Preordain. Foil and a Muldrifter. I think I keep both of these. I can protect my familiar with a foil. They're doing nothing. So I think I just play another Modern Age, and we'll discard Deep Analysis, and try to run it back. The value, maybe? They brainstorm in response looking for a Spell Pierce, I suppose. More foils. So I guess I can foil pitch foil. They have 5 mana. We are going to draw and discard. I'll discard the planes. I wonder if I play the Mystic just to get it countered, and then I go for Familiar and Muldrifter and stuff. Play the Chancery. Pick up the island. Play Murmuring Mystic. They hardcast a Snuff Out. I will free cast a foil. And they have a Dispel. Mystic is super dead. They're passing the turn. I can Muldrifter plus foil back up again. And attempt it. Okay, Muldrifter resolves. Let's play an island. Get in for 1. Snuff Out on the Muldrifter. I play an Abandoned Attachments. I mean, Sneaky Snacker comes back. Okay. It's a nice combo. Bajukabog on me. My last counterspell is my foil now. I lost the Murmuring Mystic. Let's start with a Preordain. We'll bottom up, play a Familiar. I think I will play a Modern Age. I will discard this Faithful. Attacking for 1. Maybe I should be attacking for the full 3 there. As the race, I suppose I'm winning the race. Until they get some big old creatures. Play an Abandoned Attachments again. I'm gonna let it go, I guess. It's unfortunate. This card's another snacker. Now I suppose I'm back on defense. You go Snuff Out on the Familiar. I'll try an Ephemerate. Spellsetter Sprite. Okay. Did not expect this to be a Spellsetter Sprite deck. But you never know. We are going to loot. Discarding. Does the snap matter here? I don't think the snap matters. Try a Ponder. Deep Analysis and a Muldrifter. We're going to keep. No shuffle. I'll play a Sunscape. We're going to... I Deep Analysis myself right now. They could Spellsetter it, which is kind of a bummer. I'll just attack for 1. And then we'll see if they block. They block with the Spellsetter. What? They don't block. They block with the Sneaky Snacker. That makes way more sense. Now I get the Deep Analysis. Then do it again. Okay. I've got a 2-3 in the air. When in brainstorms, their Snacker will return. They concede. Wow. Okay, we're playing against fairies. We know they're not a ninja deck, so that means Godfarer's Faithful isn't required. Last Breath I kind of like, and Prohibit I kind of like. I wonder if I want to transfer... I think Foil is good, but they also have the... I'm going to bring in... They're kind of slow, right? So how many Mystics do I really need? I have the Modern Age. Cut 1 Mystic, cut 1 Foil for 2 more negates. So the reason I would bring in Negate here is because it counterspells the Snuff Outs. And we open a no-lander. Okay, we'll keep this hand, and I suppose one thing that we can do here is evoke the Muldrifter and then play the Mortuary Mire, which is good. Let's try getting rid of the Preordain. We kind of have stuff to do. They lead on an Aquifer. Okay, I found an island for the Preordain. Island pass. They play an island. I'll play a Chancery. Pick up my island. Play a swamp. I will attempt a Modern Age. They use a counterspell. So let's play Plains. This allows me to foil a 4-drop like the Thorn of the Black Rose. Brainstorm from the opponent. They consider discarding a Deep Analysis. Cycles a Lorien Revealed. And then they play a Contaminated Aquifer. My turn, we're going to play Moldrifter as a draw 2. And then Mortuary and Mire and put it back on top. They Deep Analysis themselves. Plays an island. They could have Counterspell plus Dispel now. I'll try Familiar. Play out the Murmuring Mystic. If they go Counterspell, I'm not going to respond. Okay. Feels like they have Dispel. Play Abandoned Attachments, which will give them back their Sneaky Snacker. Now they can start counterspelling 2 drops. They have a Snuff Out. I'll attempt to counterspell, discarding Ponder. See if they have the Dispel. They Brainstorm. They didn't have the Dispel earlier. I got wrecked. Familiar will live. They're passing the turn. I can hardcast a Moldrifter into a counterspell, but they didn't have it earlier, so I'll try. Draw 2. Find a Snap. If I play the Modern Age, they probably have Spell Stutter. So I want to wait until I can snap the Stutter. They have a lot of mana. They're going to attack. I guess we're racing, huh? Plays Augur of Bolas, 4 cards in hand. What does it find? Reveals a Snuff Out. They snuff out my Familiar. They're at 9 life. Let's try a Familiar. They jam the Spell Stutter. I'll try snapping the Sneaky Snacker. They have double Spell Stutter. I kind of thought that was going to be the case. Certainly not good for me. So now I'm on defense. I ponder. I gotta find a land here. Ash Barrens is not a good land. We did find a land though, with the Last Breath on top. No shuffle. I will pass. I'm gonna block a Spell Setter, and then I will cycle for an island, try to Last Breath. There's the Thorn of the Black Rose, right on time. Jerky card. Let's see if they attack. They choose to attack. No blocks. Cycle. Grab island. I'm gonna attack in. They double block. I will Last Breath the Spell Setter sprite. They have an answer. I'm pretty toast. They kill my creature. It's annoying. Let's play Modern Age. We will discard Deep Analysis, cast a Preordain. Looking for more Moldrifters. Archaeomancer Prohibit. So, top. Does that help me? I'm pretty toast here. They're getting in for a large amount. I draw off the Monarch. Hate the Monarchy. Discards Island to Abandoned Attachments. They really confused me. I really thought that they were a Terror deck. We'll discard the... Right. Draw 2 cards. Pretty close to dead. Land. Snap your Snacker. Counterspell your Spell Setter. Snacker goes back to hand. The Archaeomancer and grab the Ephemerate. We have another Augur of Bolas. Hopefully just whiffs. Finds a counterspell. Play Sneaky Snacker out. We're going to get in for 2. I'll block. I'm at 6 life. They Monarch again. I'm ready to scoop. Find another Ephemerate. Let's go to their upkeep. We'll Ephemerate the Archaeomancer. They counterspell. I'll Ephemerate. Resolves. Ephemerate. Get the Prohibit. Counter Snacker. I don't know. I'm dead. Let's go to the next game. That was bad. I need a couple of Faithfuls, apparently. I definitely need all the Mystics. I feel like I need the foils. Let's just get rid of the Last Breath. That just didn't help me at all. Full on counterspelling. I'm just not going to play the Faithful. See if we can win. On the play. We have to mulligan. Okay. I've got a solid start of the hand. We can put back an island. Ponder into Chancery. I'll start with the Ponder. Feel like these are cards I want. No shuffle. When it plays a Contaminated Aquifer, I'll lead on a Preordain. Don't think I want the foil. Still, do I want the Mystic? I guess no at this point. Finding a negate. Pick up the island. They go Abandoned Attachments. I guess I'll let that happen. Snacker comes back. I think I'm just going to evoke a Moldrifter for cards. I think I just really don't like playing against fairies. I will ponder. Oh wow, a Spellsetter sprite. That was weird. Came out of nowhere. Preordain. Well, bottom and bottom. Negate. Let's preordain again. I guess I top pass. They play an Augur of Bolas. Finding a Lorien Revealed. Getting in for 3. So tilted about the fairies. Let's play a Modern Age. They go counterspell. I will counterspell your counterspell. We can discard planes, play a land, cycle for an island. They're getting in for 3 or 4. The clock is just so strong here. Lorien Revealed. Counterspell. No thanks. We draw. We discard Deep Analysis. Go Archaeomancer for a preordain. Then cast a preordain. Ephemerate Prohibit. So can my Archaeomancer survive? Probably not. They're slamming a Thorn of the Black Rose. Mere Aqueduct. Gets in for 3. Don't have a snap or anything. We draw Prohibit. Try to draw 2 cards. Play land. Next turn, maybe I can get in with the Vector Glider. They try a Spell Bomb. I'll try to counter. They don't have a response. Plays a Lorien Revealed. So did they draw a Snuff Out? Not yet, apparently. They're at 8 life. Kind of Floodplain. I have to Deep Analysis, go to 5. Finding a Mole Drifter. I'll attack in. Blocks with just the sneaky. Okay, both creatures. Just the Sneaky Snacker. Snacker will die. Land. Put a Mole Drifter on the table. I would be so surprised if I could take this down. We're just very, very, very behind. They bring the Snacker back. I guess I should have seen that coming. Maybe there was no point in attacking. Probably was a bad idea to attack. They have 7 cards in hand. I'm at 5 life. I'm going to get in for 2. I guess I have to let that go. Go to 3. I need Familiar Snap. Abandon Attachments. They discard an island. 7 cards in hand still. They draw to 8 cards in hand. They have to discard to hand size. 8 fairies. Discards an island. What do I do? I'll attack. They block with a Spell Stutter. Alright. I will attempt a Mole Drifter. Counter spell. I'll pick up the island. Plays a Consider. I'm considering how this all went wrong. I think just not being able to play the Faithful here is wrecking me. Another Lorien Revealed. They have a bajillion cards. They're getting in for 1. I can double block. Just gonna take it. I go to 2 life. We finally find a familiar. I'll attempt Sunscape Familiar. They Spell Stutter. I'll attempt an Ephemerate. God. They cast down. This blows. Archaeomancer. Guess I take Ponder. Mystic, Preordain, Snap. Alright, we'll put the Mystic on top. Put the, I know, Chancery. Pick up the island. Pass. So all I have to do is kill one of my creatures and I'm dead. Oh man. I'm sure there would have been a way for me to play this game better, but I don't know what it would have been. Maybe I didn't need the foils and I should have just kept the Faithfuls in, because if I was able to just leverage my Deep Analysis better, it would have been nice. And we are done. I'll see you in round 5. Round 5. We are continuing to be on the draw. I believe this player is playing Dimir Fairies. So, oh, Mountain. Okay. So they're not playing Dimir Fairies. I will cycle for an island. Then I'm going to have to play the Modern Age. At least I know my plan versus Mono Red. Versus, like, not entirely being sure. Not Mono Red. Black Mage's Rod. Okay. Don't know what's happening over there. Oh, God. I skipped my turn. I feel sad now. A little bit of a misclick. Can I win if I skip my turn entirely? What a bummer. I'm falling apart over here. Mardu. Let's go Modern Age. Let's discard the Ponder. I don't think I'm in a situation where I can flashback the Deep Analysis safely, but maybe. Play Rustvale Bridge. I'm going to go ahead and Wildfire it. It pings me down to 17, and then they get to attack to 15. I guess on my turn, I discard the Deep Analysis, play Familiar Deep Analysis. You know, I'm really not in a good spot from a life total perspective. If I draw a Snap, I can play Fam Snap and then play another Fam. But this is also a deck with like Cast Downs, Galvanic Blast, all that good stuff. Okay, draw. We drew the Snap. Okay, discard the Deep Analysis. Play Sunscape Familiar. Bounce. They didn't do anything. So let's just play another Familiar then. Maybe next turn I can hardcast a Mole Drifter. Probably not. Probably they remove the Familiar or both of them. They could also play Krark-Clan Shaman in their deck, which would be bad for me here. Finds a Fanatical Offering. They're going to Glinthawk and pick up the Synthesizer, most likely. Synthesizer finds a core Skyfisher, so they can Skyfisher back the Black Mage's Rod, or just go Synthesizer again, pick it back up, be tapped out. I think you probably just pick up the Black Mage's Rod. You play Vault Whispers. Skyfisher. They will pick up the Black Mage's Rod and replay the Black Mage's Rod. Or not. Fanatical Offering away a land. Wow, that's surprising. I will play a Mole Drifter. I have an island, so let's ponder. Ghostly Flicker, Chancery, Preordain. Okay, these are good. Like the Flicker. No shuffle. They play the Black Mage's Rod again. Synthesizer to put me to 14. Finds a Cleansing Wildfire. They might as well Wildfire their land. Plays a Shattered Landscape, so they're going to hold open a red mana. They Wildfire their land, seeing if they can find a 1-drop or a burn spell. They could shoot the Vector Glider, and then I'd be forced to block with the Muldrifter, making the Ghostly Flicker a lot worse. Got nothing. Try Preordain. Murmuring Mystic. So I will go bottom, pop the Murmuring Mystic, play the Murmuring Mystic out. We'll play Azorius Chancery. Hopefully they can't just murder me. Pick up the planes. If they like end step a Lightning Bolt, I think I have to flicker the Muldrifter trying to find a snap so I can get the hero token off the battlefield, and they can't just burn me out with that. As it is, I think they could just burn me out with the hero token. They have 3 burn spells available. Plays a Synthesizer. I go to 12. They find a Synthesizer. Okay. 11. Glenhawk. They can Glenhawk the Synthesizer. They are doing things. Might as well pick up the Synthesizer, finds a Galvanic Blast. They're certainly incentivized to cast it. Goes face. Okay, I'm at 6. Plays a Nihil Spellbomb, put me to 5. Map onto the Glenhawk. Finding a Synthesizer. Okay, they're going to attack in. I will block, and then I'll flicker Muldrifter and Island. They could have a cast down, which would put me to 4. They've got a cast down. Go to 4. Take no damage. I need something crazy, like Godfar's Faithful. Preordain, another Muldrifter. Well, bottom, top, evoke a Muldrifter. Draw 2 cards. Finding a snap. I'll snap. If I can snap the hero token, I think that's what I have to do. Bounce the hero. Make a bird. Dead to so many things. Untap. Play a familiar. Play Muldrifter. Leaving open white mana in case I draw a Faithful. Find a Faithful. I'm already dead to a Galvanic Blast. Not currently dead to a Lightning Bolt. So I guess I have to Deep Analysis. Make a bird. We're going to lose 2 Deep Analyses though. Find a Ponder. I have to not attack. They play a land. They just go bolt, over. I'm tapped out. I mean, I could be playing foils, I suppose. Looks like they're going to crack a Synthesizer. Oh, they put the rod on the Skyfisher. Yeah, that does it too. Forgot they could do that. So I should have just used my Muldrifter. Plays a Synthesizer. I go to 4. They find a bridge. Lembas puts me to 3. They choose to attack in. 1, 2, 3. We'll kill your creatures. Maybe they're going to just rod onto the Glenhawk. I have 1 bird standing. The last bird standing. And then they Galvanic Blast face. Took them a really long time to figure out how to do that, but they got it done. I think this is going to be a dust-to-dust matchup. Snap, not very good. I don't think I need the Murmur Mystics if I can stop them from doing their thing. But I think Hydroblast and Prohibit are pretty good. Maybe just a bunch of Prohibits and Negates. Although Hydroblast kills your... Alright, so 3 Dusts, some Prohibits, Hydroblasts. That seems fine. Here we go. We are on the play. This hand is good. We just land get a plains Faithful into Ponder. Modern Age, if I can get that going early, is also quite good. Let's just grab a plains. I could have pondered there and then gotten the plains on my turn and then made the ponder better. So would that have been a better plan? I'm not sure. Someone do tell me if that was a better play. Okay, I could hold a Prohibit for a Wildfire, or I can just Faithful and try to set up a land. I'll take this. We'll put the dust. It doesn't really matter. No shuffle. So I can use the snap the Faithful to make the white for the dust on the next turn. And then hopefully they just have no lands and lose. What you get. Opponent goes Duress. Alright, so I suppose they could take the Modern Age or the Prohibit. On my turn, I'm going to play Faithful and hold up the Prohibit if that's an option. They discard our Modern Age. Plays a bridge. They're going to be unhappy. I'll go Faithful and pass. I'll attack. I might as well put the Fear of God into them. Why are they attacking with their O4? I'm sending a message. So they know I have Prohibit. I wonder if they're going to be holding up. I'll just try to Prohibit this, because then they have to protect it with their Red Blast they might be holding. Plays a Vault of Whispers. Spellbomb. I'll attempt to snap the Faithful. Then I will get rid of your 2 red lands. Seems they didn't have the red blast, but it's better to get it off the table. No wildfire for you. Passing the turn over to the opponent. They're going to crack the Spellbomb in order to try to find another land, but they don't. Play the Chancery, picking up the Plains. I guess I should just play the Faithful. I was going to evoke the Muldrifter, and that's why I tapped all my lands, but I think now that I should just play the Plains and the Muldrifter. They go Duress. Land. I think I'm going to go hard on the Dust to Dust plan. Seems like they really are trying to protect themselves against it. So I want all 4 of the Dusts and also the Revoke existence. Let's attack for 2. Evoke a Muldrifter. Probably should have... I was thinking I'm trying to leave up the white so that I can play a Familiar if I draw it through Dust to Dust. If I'm right. Draw a Plains. Or a Floodplain and a Preordain. I'll just play out the Floodplain. Still think that the Floodplain is worth it because of the foils. They play a Spellbomb. They'll be able to get rid of my Ephemerate. Doink. We'll draw a bunch of cards. We'll get rid of your lands and your Spellbomb. Cast a Preordain. Another Muldrifter. Opponent concedes. Flawless victory. Let's see if we can do it again. Bring in the Revoke and the Dust to Dust, and then I think we're going to cut on some Faithfuls. I sort of wonder if we should be pretty heavy on Hydroblast, cutting the Prohibits. The Hydroblast on the play is going to be able to stop them from wildfiring. Alright, so we have Land Ponder, we've got a bunch of power, let's keep it. I think we'll be fine. Ponder will save me. My turn. Another Ponder. We gotta find lands. We found a land. So we'll put Mire underneath the Plains with the Flicker underneath that. And probably get rid of the Flicker. They go Duress. Probably taking the Modern Age. Good thing they didn't have an untapped land on turn 1. I suppose I should just play the Familiar. They took the Modern Age. Let's Ponder. I don't want the Flicker. I do like the Deep Analysis. So no shuffle. We'll play the Mortuary Mire. One plays a Shattered Landscape. Refurbished Familiar. Now I wish I put the Deep Analysis on top. I'll get rid of the Snap, play land, play Sunscape Familiar. They grabbed a mountain on my unstep with the Shattered Landscape. They choose to attack in for 2. I'll go to 18. Plays a Synthesizer. Okay, finding a mountain. So Dust not looking very good. Glinhawk, they get to Glinhawk picking up the Synthesizer. Or they could pick up the Refurbished Familiar. They choose to pick up the Refurbished Familiar. I will discard the Deep Analysis. Play Godpharaoh's Faithful. I will attempt to target myself with a Deep Analysis. This loses pretty badly to a Pyroblast now. Could have also discarded the Snap. Galvanic Blast my Familiar in response. I'll go to 16. Play a land. Pass the turn. Opponent attacks in for 4. Skyfisher. Who's going to keep picking up the Refurbished Familiar. They picked up their Synthesizer and found a Galvanic Blast. Maybe they go face. Plays a land. Just pass the turn. They Galvanic Blast face, which puts me to 8. Find a Hydroblast. Play the Sunscape Familiar. So I need a Muldrifter or just really something off the top that can draw cards. I'll counterspell your Synthesizer. I'll go to 9. This is 6 damage. Play an Isle Spellbomb. The Modern Age, you saw, would have been very, very, very good here. We have a Revoke existence. I can exile the Refurbished Familiar, send it back. I don't know how I'm winning this game. Infinite life, I suppose, somehow. We'll snap the core Skyfisher. I should have just treated it like a Boros deck. I think that my sideboard plan of trying to go into the Dust to Dust did not work at all on the draw. It seems like a good thing to be doing on the play, where they don't have enough opportunity to respond to you. But here, they were able to just get a couple of mountains and chain off of their Synthesizers. Oh well. Opponent will attack for 2 and hit me with a Lightning Bolt for lethal. Let's see it. Come on, bro. You can do it, bro. You can do it. Come on, bro. Plays the Lembus. They go bottom. Plays a Skyfisher. Picking up the Lembus. Find a Preordain, which will put me to 3 life. Just going to bottom both of these. I could take the Faithful and then go to 5 life. Can Ghostly Flicker. Go to 4 life. And then play the Modern Age. 5 life. What do we draw? Best draw is a find a Muldrifter. What a bummer. I have to discard the Ephemerate. I'm so dead. They play the Limbus again. They'll attack me down to 1 life. Let's see if they can find a bolt. They were able to get it done. No, they play a Skyfisher. So I think no matter what I do, I lose. I'll just move on with my day. Let's see what we're going to draw. Congratulations, Professor Pidu. Got some good Mardu action on. All right, what do I think of the deck? I think the deck is strong. I think my sideboard plan did not work out in the last 2 matches. Those were things that I wasn't prepared for, and I think I made the wrong decisions. So let me know what you thought about it. Familiars is sweet. I'll see you in the next video.